Welcome back, everyone. One local man is showing how big golf is in Augusta. He's created a 30-foot golf tee. Bria Smith shows us how his work is getting noticed.
And that man's work is catching local and national attention with larger than life-sized golf tees. And some of his work is placed in areas all over Augusta, including right here at First Tee.
This really sets the tone. When you see it, you really get the vibe of who we are. It's fun and colorful, and it speaks of it puts our 9 core values right out in the forefront. And that's really what we always like to lead with.
For someone who's never golfed, it's obvious the impact the sport has on the CSRA. Ed Durant's drive behind the 30-foot sculpture is bigger than its actual size.
And seeing the 10 and 11-year-olds driving, chipping, putting, right next to them, the pros are warming up, practicing for the Masters. I think they realize the impact they have of learning the game.
Since the initial debut of the first Big T sculpture, Durant has expanded the possibility of his project to more than First Tee in Augusta.
The avenue of First Tee is still there and doable, workable, but now the avenue for colleges has opened up and the sky's the limit.
And he tells me partnering with First Tee is just the icing on the cake.
I didn't know much about First Tee, and now it is in my heart with learning what they do with the young people.
Aaron Nix is a golfer at First Tee and says the size of the sculpture represents so much more.
It's just like a reminder of what to do when you're here at the First Tee. It's just like a big reminder. It reminds me to follow the core values and reminds other people to follow the core values.
And after his time with the organization, he has some big plans.
I do want to try and go to the Masters, but that'll take a long time.
For some, it's hard to hear Augusta without hearing Masters next, and it's even harder to miss the impact golf has on this community, especially when it's this big. In Augusta, Bria Smith, WJBF, News Channel 6.